Hello to everyone. This is a very interesting news in Serbian newspaper. It said that Kim Jong's nuclear test shocked Serbia. Seismological Institute registered the quake after 11 minutes. This is what I like to take out from the context because this is what I'm saying about earthquakes which cause the comets. So the comets have a short circuits somewhere here in the sky with some other celestial body, and then this short circuit, this plasma, which is released from this short circuits, it travel about half an hour to the Earth, to the epicenter. So take a look what they said. This is the most important one. The epicenter of the here it is. The epicenter of the earthquake, which caused a nuclear bomb, is from Belgrade about 8,000 kilometers and up to 22 measuring stations of the Republic Seismological Bureau took him to travel about 11 and a half minutes, said the deputy director of the department, Branko Dragicevic. That means that from the moment when this happened, explosion, it takes 11 minutes until the earthquake is registered. Completely same what I'm saying in my video.
The following presentation is controversial and may be offensive to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome. I'm going to show you something. I should do this maybe before, but it's never too late. So what we got here is the earthquake in Japan in March 11th, 2011 at 1446. Well, this is the moment when the earthquake of 9.0, it was 9.4 in original power, but it was sit down because of the payment to the security houses, insurance houses, I'm sorry, or insurance. So they seized down this power not to pay a lot of money from their safe. So I want to show you something about how these comets are working with the moon, with the sun, doesn't matter. So as you can see, what you see here, this is the orbit of Elenin. Comet Elenin has passed right through the path of the moon, which caused a terrible earthquake in Japan. Now I'm going to show you how these things are working. So this is the comet. When comet come in alignment with the moon or with some planet or with the sun or with all of them, then it comes something what we call short circuits. In that moment, when the charge of the comet and the charge of the moon or planet or sun meet each other, this causes the comet to discharge itself on the ground zero. And ground zero is our Earth. Earth is zero. That's what we said, it's grounded because of the ground. So, in that moment of discharging, we have this time when this plasma is traveling toward the Earth and toward the epicenter. The moment when this is happening in the air and the moment of the earthquake in the ground, it's not the same. It may take 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, it depends how close is the comet. So the time distance between the moment of the comet discharge and the moment when discharge hit the ground epicenter, this time depends on many factors, like the distance of the comet or how close is comet to the moon, sun or some planet. However, moon is the closest to the earth, so alignment with the moon usually causes the strongest earthquakes, and that is correct. Any other planet is not capable to do such a strong earthquake as the comet is in alignment with the moon or even close to the moon. This may be a deadly combination. There is another deadly combination with the sun. Alignment with the sun is also very powerful, but alignment with the sun, it's never so strong like an alignment with the moon, because moon, it's much more closer to the comet than the sun. Now, first forget about all these stories, how these comets are distant, how the moon is the distance, planets or the sun, because all of what they are saying, it's not the truth. And I think that the time soon will come when finally someone will reveal the real size and the real distance of all these bodies which are floating above us. So this is very important to know, because you know, I have to tell you something. They hide these planets which are here from what? From one reason. They declare many of physics and astrophysics laws. They protect their science with these laws. And these laws tell us that nothing can come here between the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, etc., because it is cause some kind of turbulence and disturbance and blah 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 blah. Well, this is their protection lie. Now, can you imagine what will happen to the science if something comes in that place which I marked yesterday between Venus and Mercury and Sun, and nothing is happening? Can you imagine how embarrassed will be the science with this? Event, whatever. So this is the reason why they are hiding these planets. This is the only reason. Because their whole house of cards, it's now in a very weak base or a basement, whatever. Because if someone reveal that something is here and these laws are not correct, or they are just partly correct because they rely their science on the on the lie, but every lie has a base on the truth. That's why it's very hard to discover that kind of lies, even it's in scientific one. So now let me show you another picture here. So do you understand now how this is doing? So when the comet, well, I didn't make one very important so there is a path of the comet here. I didn't draw this one. I will do it now. Just a moment. So let's say that this comet, it's got an just a moment. Oh, let's put this dotted. So let's say that this is the orbit of the comet, for example. Just a moment. Now watch this. Let's say the moon caused the earthquake here in the earth. So let's say that this comet is passing here, and then is banded here and goes like this, and then going somewhere. And this orbit is passing above some town on the earth. So when the moon, or when the orbit of the comet touching the moon or orbit of the moon and passing in under the certain, above the certain town of the, or the coordinates of the on Earth, that will place the epicenter somewhere there. Okay, so this orbit, it's very, very important. The whole orbit is charged with very high voltage, very high power. So it's not only comet as the comet charged, but also the path where the comet goes. So as you can see here, this is the path of the comet, this is the orbit of the comet. And now let me show you the orbit of the moon, so you can see what is the match here. You see that here? Do you see that here? So, orbit of the comet is passing through the orbit of the moon. This is the short circuit. This is the short circuit. And this is where the explosion or discharging occur. So now, let me see just a moment how depth is. What was the depth? You see, only 22 kilometers. It is not very depth. No, not very deep, I'm sorry. Understand? So, what we got here, now I'm going to show you. It's something what I call triangle of death, or deadly triangle. That is the moon in alignment with a comet. At comet orbit, it's passing right through the epicenter. When these three things are come into the triangle of death, then you got an earthquake on the ground. But not only earthquake, you can cause a fire, very bad weather condition. It depends what is responsible for this causes on the earth. Volcanoes, a flood, fire, earthquake, I don't know, all kind of events, or bad events, of course. It's the responsible, it's the what it's in alignment with the comet. With the comet, it's not saying if it's here it's Neptune, because if it's here it's Neptune usually causes flood. Mercury and the sun cause the fire, and maybe also some other planets. So each planet, it turns on or cause another kind of trouble in the combination with the comet. So discharging with the different planets cause the different causes on the Earth or consequences. Okay. So let me show you something else. This red line here, this is, I call, divider between maximum, which is, let's say, 9 Richter scale, and for example 6 Richter scale, or even more. So it's not same if this is away from here or closer to here. The most deadliest combination, it's when the moon it's close to the city, when the comet it's close to the city, and the distance between moon and the comet it's almost where, I mean, it's completely small or short or whatever. It's not a big distance, you understand? So this is the worst combination that can occur, and this is what is happening in Japan, because in that time there was a very strong presence of the moon and the earth, moon and the sun close to the Japan. So these are two very, very strong forces. Not to mention also this. Let me show you something else. So the alignment of the planet causes earthquakes, okay? So let me show you this very easily. I hope that I'll get the picture. Yes, I will. So now let's go to the year 2011, March 11, and you will see what was the, let's say, 14, no, I'm sorry, 1446. That's 246. Yes, this is the 246. Okay, now watch this alignment here. Watch this alignment. We got Saturn, Sun, and Jupiter. I mean, look at this size of this planet. The three biggest objects in the space were in alignment in that moment. Plus, we have here, let's see, what was the Earth here? Just a moment. Go back. We must recognize. So this is Africa here. So the other side will be what? Let's see the other side. The other side is from here. It is in the dark. So let's put this in a 546. 5, This is Croatian time, 5:46 will be like this. Yes. So now let's see what we got here now, because I don't know how this is. You see that? Look at that here. It's a Japan. Look at that here. You see that? Look at that. It's Japan. I told you. This was turned to the point of the Jupiter and of the Sun. Okay? So this is the additional trouble for the Japan. So very bad things are happening these days in Japan. Not to mention that I am sure that somebody from CERN has used this situation to make the things worse. Okay? And this is how it works. So whenever you ask me, when will be Canada or something in the danger from the comet, I will show you that now. Because, so let me show you. Let's put it now. Now I have to go in Rijeka, okay, just a moment. So, okay. Now let me show you. If you case that you don't catch what I said before. So, here we got the orbit of this comets. So this blue line, you see that line here, and this line here, these are the orbit of the V4, and let me see if I can, Catalina. Okay, now Catalina is here, US 10 and V4. Okay, these two will be enough for this. Now, you got it here, Catalina and US 10 and Catalina V4. Now, let me show you something. Here is the Canada. Here is the Mexico. Here is the Canada. Rat Island, Aleutian Islands, Fox Islands. This part where, so this blue line here is the moment when these two comets, it's passing this area. Not only Canada, it's passing the whole area until the Brasilia and this part of the world. So I will speed up this and I will show you, and this is the Croatian time, not the Canadian time, okay, of course. So let me show you. So watch now. This is the orbit of Catalina V4. It's touching the Canada somewhere about, let's say, okay, 1 o'clock in the morning in Croatian time. So what is the time this, we can go to the, Vancouver, or let's take Vancouver for the, just a moment. Let's take Vancouver for the, okay, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, okay. Go to location. Now, okay, we'll speed up this. Here it is. Vancouver, Canada. So this is the moment when Catalina is passing these parts. I don't know why the time is not changed here, because I don't know what is the time difference between Croatia and Vancouver, but whatever. You see, this is Vancouver here. You can use Croatian time and you calculate the difference between the time zones, because I don't know what is the difference. So, not to waste your time, this is the moment when the danger starts for Canada. 1 o'clock in the morning on Croatian time. Now I'm going to speed up this and I'm going to show you. No, okay. I got the time. It's a 16. Let's go back. I got the time. You don't have to count. So I will show you the moment when you are in danger. And this is the moment when it starts the fire in Fort McMurray. Okay, see, this is the time. Look at when the fire is started. Look at when the orbit of the comet coming to the McMurray. Here it is, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You understand? But this is my sixth, not my first. My first, it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now watch, so you are in danger from the 3:45, and after this all went south to the west coast of America, touching the, you see that? Touching the west coast of Mexico, Jalisco. So Mexico is here, all this part. In the same time, the east coast of United States is in the danger from Catalina US 10. Look at that, it's surrounding. And then another Vancouver is in danger at 7 o'clock in the evening, from 7 o'clock in the evening toward, so you have two danger zones. One at 4 and then after 7 o'clock in the evening. And this is happening every day, people. There's a slight movement in the time because these comets are rotating not according to the time of our clock. It got some separate rotation time. So from time to time it's completely gone. Now watch where these lights, where these comets are passing, these orbits. Look at that here. So Croatia, for example, from Croatia, it's in danger from 8:44 in the morning until the noon. So we are 3.5 hours in danger, in very big danger. And we can have possibly earthquake 5 or 5.5 Richter scale. But only if the Catalina US 10 or V4 enter in alignment with some other planets or moon or the sun. So this is the Russian roulette. You never know when it's happened. You can watch the astronomical program. This is not the secret. That's why I say what we have on the May 21st is this. On the May 21st we have this situation. US 10 or V4, Catalina V4 will pass right through the moon. And I got this file here. Let me show you. So this is the May 21st, 2016. And if I go back, watch what is happening with this orbit. Watch this. This orbit goes straight to the moon. You see? This is why the 21st is dangerous. Not only for Croatia, it's dangerous for all the world because we don't know how this is going to end. So 21st, when the moon is full, we are in a danger. It may be on 20, it may be on 22nd. During 21st, this is all under the question. But the whole phases of this moon, and which is the next one, I mean, this one which will now arrive as a crescent moon, will bring us in terrible danger, and I believe there is going to be a lot of strong earthquakes in the next 4 weeks from today. So this is it. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.